Hey fellas, hope everybody's doing good. Hope you're having a good Sunday. We're going to try something a little bit different with the camera today, so hopefully it works out. I wasn't all that thrilled with the volume last time. Also, people have said that know me and watch some of my videos that I'm a little more expressive in real life, so I'll try being more relaxed. The camera is actually really hard to interact with. Uh, it just doesn't talk back to me at all. And a lot of times I like reading people's, you know, nonverbals and whatnot to try to make people laugh. So I shall try to get better and try to see how I can communicate better. Saying that, I'm sitting at a table and it's not all that easy. But today we're going to look at some cards. We're going to look at a guy named Hoot. That was his call sign. So if you know who we're talking about, we're going to look at several of his cards. One of the guys, my dad would talk about a lot when I was growing up, and one of the guys I've enjoyed getting to learn and read about. So I hope you guys enjoy, and we'll turn this camera around here and take a look. All right, let's get this started. All right, guys, have you guessed who Hoot is yet? It's a name I would not have guessed for this player. He was born in 1935 in Omaha, Nebraska. He was raised by his mom and his father figure being his big brother. He did deal with racism, as a lot of players did from this time, mostly once he joined the majors, from his manager named Solly Hemus and a lot of the fans when he was in the minor leagues. But he never let that stop him. When Johnny Keane became his manager in 1961, Bob Gibson finally unleashed onto the world his dominance over the next 15 years in the major leagues. He finally had a chance to show what he was made of, and the color of his skin was no longer important. While he doesn't like being talked about as a intimidating pitcher, it should probably be pointed out that even his catcher said, "For my money, the most intimidating, arrogant pitcher ever to kick up dirt on a mound is Bob Gibson." His second-year card is the first card we're going to be looking at today. It is one of my favorites. I love the 1960 cards, and just shows him there. He still looks so young. Bob Gibson this year, easy now. Bob Gibson this year only played about 27 games, having won 3 and lost 6. While it wasn't his best year, it was his last year under Hemus, and his career would take off after that. By 1962, he is the one of the leaders in strikeouts for the league. As you can see in there, he's in the scene with Don Drysdale, Sandy Koufax, Dick Farrell, and Billy O'Dell. So pretty good names. Let's see. So he had 208 strikeouts that year, and you can see that on the back if I try not to hit stuff. So 208 strikeouts. And he would be in the World Series 2 years later, pitching complete games in games 5 and 7 of the World Series and being the MVP. Once again, when you don't have to prove yourself because of your skin color, you start to be able to unleash all the rest of your talents, in my opinion. And I think that's true for Bob Gibson as well. The next card is 1967 Topps. This year, Bob Gibson would post a 2.9 ERA for the Cardinals, and the Cardinals would go on to win 101 games. They would face the Boston Red Sox in the World Series and win in 7. In 1968, Bob Gibson would have a record-breaking year. He led the league with a ERA of 1.12, 13 shutouts, and 268 strikeouts. And for that reason, all these years they do so well. I end up enjoying getting to. I guess I should move that painter's tape. Huh? That has been on the card, or not the card, but the top loader for a while. But this is the 1968 card. There's something about those 1968 cards I just can't help but love. This is another old one, and just a great card. Realize that I'm more zoomed in than I need to be here, but yeah, he still looks young there. Still looks full of life and full of energy. He did not like to be considered an intimidating pitcher. He thought that was how you played the game. I have a friend who says all the greats, that's what they do. They know how to play the game, and they adjust to it and to the rules. I think Bob Gibson is one of those guys. Come on, take it. There we go. So, 1974, Bob Gibson would complete his 3,000th strikeout. He would end his career with little over 3,100 strikeouts. He gave up a grand slam to Pete, and that's when he said he knew it was time to retire. And one of those reasons is Pete was not a very good ball player. His all-time WAR is negative 1.9. So it kind of reminded me when Mike Tyson decided to call it quits. He had lost to somebody, and he basically said the same thing of, if I can't compete on this level, I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be, wasting people's money, and it sure does like that picture. And yeah, very much the same thing for Bob Gibson. The last card I want to show you is a card that I feel like very much speaks to what we're talking about when we're talking about Bob Gibson. This is from Topps 2020 at Series 2. And as soon as I saw this card, I wanted to get it. The card, in my opinion, shows every single thing about him that everybody ever said. You can see from... see if I can get this focused here a little bit. Maybe I cannot. Well, shoot. But you can see the intensity in his eyes, that baseball cap lowered on his brow, and you see the whole body and the intensity of the pitch right there. The dirt's being kicked up, his whole body is going to throw a guy out. He's leaning far in there, leaning towards first base, pitching his heart out. And I love this picture that Topps chose to use in 2020 for him. So I finally got the card not too long ago, and decided it was time to do a clip on Bob Gibson. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing well, and hope the weekend was a good one. We'll talk to you guys later. See ya. Bye.